what to do. Well, okay. So like, uh, we're just gonna like sit back and like chill out. Hold up, I need. Can I put another one right here? Hold on, I gotta. I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, fuck it. That'd be alright. What's up? Okay. Just like I said, it's gonna be like just sit back and like chill and just listen to some music. Cause like I was listening to some of these songs the other night and the past couple nights, whatever. I started like looking at the dates of when they came out. I was like, oh shit, this song's really fucking 30 years old.
Who you talking to?
What? Huh?
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to people.
You don't alive.
I just started a live, yes. I love you. Alright, babe. Carolina lost. They played good. Well, they played like shit, but yeah. Oh fucking well. It's they're still going to the big dance, but yeah, I don't know. State just wanted it more, I guess. But no, I was just gonna sit here and listen to music, babe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like really, over here on the other side, I don't even have my window up and shit. Got like a playlist of songs from like fucking when I was like a teenager and shit. And like I was saying, I was like, holy shit, some of these songs are like 30 fucking years old. Am I really that fucking old? Really? Like I remember when these motherfuckers came out because I was like in high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I've been good. But um, I digress. Hey, isn't there a way where I can like make a split screen and like put up like YouTube right here too, huh? Or no?
Yeah, you have to press the window button and the left arrow.
The window button and the
The
left.
window button's on the keyboard,
Window button's on the keyboard.
and then the left arrow.
Where's the window button? Look, hon, I'm not computer savvy. All right, you know this.
Window.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
And then just push this,
Okay, yeah.
and then just drag it right there.
Drag this one over here like this,
No,
and then I can put YouTube on this one too, right?
you should be able.
Should be able to.
You're gonna sit down and listen to music,
What the
and she's sleeping.
No, it's gonna be quiet. What?
It's not fucking party night.
I didn't say it was party night. It was just chilling. Not really
It's
partying.
11 o'clock at night. You want to sit out here and listen to fucking music?
Babe, I've been doing it for like the past couple nights. You've been passed out, sleeping. All sleepies. Sleep, sleep, sleepies. That's what you do. You're all sleeping. You know what I mean? Oh, let's see here. Good evening. Waking, hello. Sharon, hello. Unknown, hello. See, hello. Pearls on the necklace of time with angel song. Good evening. I don't know who the hell that is.
Hmm?
What? Nothing. Nothing like that. Nothing. See, I've been hanging out, like, listening to music, like, all week tonight. That's what I was telling everybody. I'm just gonna, like, chill tonight and shit. What? You know what I'm saying? Waiting for, like, York to probably pop in or something. Nothing has been new. I've been working and, working some more. There's Yorga right there, babe.
Yeah, because I said something to him.
Oh, you did? What's up, Yorga? Oh, that was funny, huh? That was really funny. Why the fuck is this doing this shit? No, I don't want to do that. Get rid of that one. I don't. I think I screwed a lot of stuff up here. No. Go on. No, right there. Okay. No. This one. Okay. I should be able to do here. Oh, wait. I gotta. I'm trying to get stuff going here. Okay, there's that. All right, now I got it. Oh shit! I gotta mute that.
You want,
There we go.
you want the chair, don't you?
Flister.
I know.
There we go. Now I got it. Okay. That's what happened. Okay. See? Sorry, man.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Trying to act all tech savvy.
I know I don't know what I'm doing. I never said I knew what I was doing. I'm not computer savvy at all. Everybody knows that. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm back on Yorga. It's back. Yes, thanks, Yorga. I know. I'm not pushing. What I pushed something over here. I don't know what I did. she's partially right about that. I am pushing it, but I'm not pushing buttons anymore. If I do push another button, it was because I was going to play some music over here on this side. But other than that, I'm not pushing any more buttons. Right, babe? Oh my goodness.
Stop.
Huh?
You let your dick in privacy.
The hell are you talking about?
Talking to fucking Flint.
Oh, Flint? Yeah. He's something else, ain't he? See, Yorga, thanks. See, look at that. Look at Yorga. Look. That's why he doesn't do lives. Because he ends up with 3 live streams all the time. See, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I love you.
You have the chair. That's why you're up on me.
I what?
Talking to Flint.
Oh.
He wants the chair. That's why he keeps eyeballing me.
Yeah, well, normally he's like, bitch, I usually sleep there at night.
When he can fucking move.
Yeah, you got a whole love seat or a couch over there. What do you want? A small ass chair? Well, Carbon's sleeping.
No, he's not. He's fucking sitting there looking at me.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone else is sleeping. Isabella's probably awake still. Yeah. So I'm glad everybody else is doing good. I'm doing all right. Sexy Challenger. Hello. Good evening. Don't know who that is. I thought that would be Yorga. He would come in. Sexy Challenger.
No, that's unknown challenger. It's his other account.
3. I hear you. Oh, snap. What's up, Debs? Good evening. Good to see you. Debs, hello. Christina, good evening. Why are you looking at me like
Fucking kick you backwards. On that fucking chair.
Why are you looking at me
You
like
might
that?
want to fucking keep the camera off so everybody don't see you fucking get donkey kicked out of that chair.
Oh. Oh my goodness. She's funny. She's funny. I love her.
Frog in there?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, he has me blocked, old bitch. I just saw Frog and I can't see shit. Little bitch. Can't handle it. Oh, there it is.
Oh man. Yeah, I ain't been doing much of nothing. Hey Yorgie, you wanna come up?
Deb's like about.
Debs might come up. She might come up. I was gonna play some music.
I blocked you too, Christina.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, hold on, you're right. La, la, la. For $5, you want me to pay you to come up? Get the fuck out of here. You should be paying me. Let's see here. All right, Yorga. There, Yorga. You can come on up if you want. If not, I'll just sit here. Wait, what are you doing? I told you she was still awake.
I knew she was awake.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't know.
What have you been drawing? What have you been doing?
I've been hitting myself on the wall.
Hitting yourself on the wall? What the hell you been doing that for?
I've been possessing myself.
I thought I heard some thumping.
Yeah, I think that was me banging my head on the wall. Totally.
You're crazy kid.
Here, since you're out here, just
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not a serpent here.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of the one that came out here.
Yeah, you came out of here.
That's it. Don't need anything.
You could have
Yeah,
easily.
of course. When you walk out, that means you gotta get me if I need something.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
said,
right.
don't do me anything.
Nothing.
Then put it right
Come on,
next
it's
on the
not
shelf. There you go. La 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 la.
What are you even doing?
What? You're crazy,
Don't
man.
you stop drawing yourself. So you get fucking ink poisoning.
Are you drawing on yourself, or is that from like coloring and like moving your arm?
I've been coloring on myself.
Why?
Cause so I can.
So you
No,
get
that's
ink
stupid.
poisoning.
Mom even said you shouldn't be doing that. Hello, hello. Good evening. Hey, Tammy.
Yeah, okay. I don't care. Drawing on myself is cool.
No, it's not. It's how you get ink poisoning.
Yeah, you get ink poisoning by drawing on
Don't
yourself.
you repeat everything I fucking say?
Yes, he does.
I'm a parrot, hun. You should
No,
know
you're
that.
not. You're not a parrot. You're old. That's what you are.
Here. Hold this in.
Here.
Just your Wonder Cracker.
Put this in the white charger for me. The white one.
Oh, snap. I got somebody coming up, man.
Oh, yeah. Try your
Hello?
No, it's
Hey,
Mic check. Mic check. Hello?
mic check. I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Damn it. Danger, Will Robinson.
What's going on?
You are going on, man. It's good to hear from you guys, man. Y'all are like my family in North Carolina. Everybody at work had a cousin in North Carolina. Now I do too.
You want to know what? You want to know something that's crazy, or I can't
Yeah.
turn the camera on. I can't turn the camera on right now because my oldest is in here. But
No.
is the other day? It was yesterday and today actually. Past couple days, I've been looking at the picture of when you came down at 4th of July with Itty Bitty in the backyard doing the bubbles, throwing the bubbles, the 2 bubbles, right? Because from looking at that picture and to where she is now is like, gosh, I can't believe she was that little. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
You know what?
couldn't-
I saw a picture of her, I think yesterday with her older sister, and she still looks little to me. She's a
Well,
little bit bigger, but
Yeah, I'm
she's
telling
still
you.
got
what,
that baby thing going on. She's cute as a button.
No, dude, she talks like like no, she just doesn't shut up now, man. She's just
Oh,
and
really?
she is so smart, man. Like she's super smart. She'll watch me, like watch my hands when I'm working on stuff or fixing stuff, or and she'll sit there and watch my hands, and then she'll be like, "Hey, let me try," and then like she'll sit there and start doing everything, and then she'll pick it up like 2 or 3 days later or remember how to do it. It's incredible. It's wild.
Good. She's like a sponge, man. She's taking in everything, man. So teach her everything you can, man.
Oh yeah, you know.
Teach her about boys. You got to watch out for them.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy how quick they grow up, how fast they learn stuff. You know what I'm
I know.
saying? And it's like when they learn it, it's like bam. Oh snap.
I mean, it's weird because that doesn't seem that long ago, but it's almost 2 years ago. This July will be 2 years ago. I'm like, what? 2 years, man. So yeah, a little kid will grow up a hell of a lot during that time. I'm trying to cut off some fans down here so I can hear you back.
Yeah, it was beautiful today. We're gonna have cloudy here tomorrow, but I'm cooking steaks on the grill. Hawk, good evening. How are you?
There's
I'm
Hawk.
doing great. You know, we can't smoke alone, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Hey, Hawk.
Hey, Yorga. How are you?
Ain't seen you.
Yeah, it's. I'm usually busy when you guys are on, so it's makes it a little tough for me to catch up on yours and Tin's stuff that you guys do. But I get over there as often as I can. You know.
I'm over there too, watching you. I'm just in the background a lot.
How's the job going there, Jeremy?
It's going great, man. I mean, it's kind of funny because the CEO, you know, is there every day, the big guy, and he like loves me. Like they all love me to death. Like he's, you know, always asking me about my health, if I'm okay, if I need anything, let him know, you know. The director who you know, of course I work for, you know, him too and everybody else, but my actual boss director of the head of dining, he's like awesome with me. Like he'll just leave me with stuff and be like, here, you can do this, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, and he just leaves me with, you know, projects that really I'm not supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be like manager jobs, but he's like, yeah, you can do it. Other than that, I love it, you know.
You know what? And that's the way to go, Jeremy. I mean, I know you're a can-do kind of guy, but when I got my last job, which was over 35 years ago, I came in for an interview, and I wasn't trying to be cocky because I'm not a cocky person, but I said, whatever you got, I can run it, man. Whatever you got. And I thought that might have like kicked me out of the pool or whatever, but no, they love that shit. They said, whatever we got, he says he can run it, and I could.
Well, it's just like, you know, whenever, you know, Mike, who's, you know, my boss, he sees me, or he's always like, man, are you working tonight? And I'm like, of course. He's like, oh, I'm so glad you're working. Here you go. Can you do this for me or something? And, or he'll tell me the event that's coming up. Like I got one event that's coming up that it's for like 70 people, and I've got to make Russian tea and these 3 separate like hoity-toity little snacks that I have to put individually in the things and presentation, everything. And I'm like, how many people is this for? And he's like, 70. You can do it, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like a good example is
we got a bunch of Russian spies that are coming in, and you better make those hoity-toity little snacks for them just right. How do you make Russian tea, man? How the hell do you do that, man? I love tea.
Yeah, but it's crazy because the Russian tea kind of tastes like Tang.
Yourself.
It tastes like
for their
hot
space
Tang.
program.
Like, yeah, it's like orange. It tastes like hot Tang, like literally.
Like hot Tang. Just make some hot Tang. They'll be fine.
But like a couple weeks ago for a function, I had to make lamb lollipops with a brandy fig reduction. You know,
A lamb. Hold on. Stop. A lamb lollipop, like lamb
it's
flavor.
like a little lamb chop, and then there's a brandy fig reduction sauce that was over the top of it, and a couple spritz of rosemary.
Okay, let's move on. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Well, I don't like lamb, but we serve stuff like that, stuff like that for big events and everything.
Give it a lamb lollipop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yorga, just so you know, New York Debs responded to your question about how you make Russian tea.
I didn't see that.
You make Russian tea. Why Russian?
She
Wow,
said
Russian. All right.
you make tea while Russian. Yeah.
Now, Jeremy says it tastes like hot Tang. So,
No, it does. It really does.
can you even buy Tang anymore? That was the thing when I was a little kid. It was like
I
the
think so.
spacemen eat this shit, you know?
I think you can still buy Tang.
I think it's
Wow.
going to be. I think it's something that's going to end up making a big comeback when people find out about what's been in all this other stuff. You know,
Could be. Tang. I remember Tang when I was a kid. It wasn't that bad. It was horrible, but it wasn't that bad, you know? I mean,
if you used a little bit extra, it was fine. You know,
yeah, and we always knew it was like, well, the
Kool-Aid.
spacemen eat this shit. So, you know, and people were in space at that time. So we thought they were anyway.
it's like Kool-Aid. You know, Kool-Aid was always better if you put just a little bit of extra sugar in there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. You know, so hey, Steve.
Yeah, Steve's up in here. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. Hope you're doing all right, brother. Driving around.
Hey,
on that island.
Hawk, I remember Kool-Aid when I was a kid. It seemed like there was a little bit of Kool-Aid that went in and like a buttload of sugar that went in there.
It was, and
It was two.
because
I
I
think
grew
it
up
was
very,
two
very
cups.
dirt poor. Hold on
Yeah,
one
I
second.
think it was 2 cups of sugar. I think it was 2 cups of sugar to 1 packet of Kool-Aid.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold over, Yorga. Hold on. Take over right quick.
Yep.
Sticky note?
You know what I did notice was that when they came up with the one the Kool-Aid that you could make it by the glass instead of making it by the picture,
Right.
that was it's the taste of Kool-Aid changed then. You know, as far as I'm concerned, because
Wow.
I don't think they were using real sugar when they made that. You know.
Yeah, they were using aspartame, the Roman god of sugar, aspartame, or aspartame as they call it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jessica gang. She says hello, Jeremy and Yorga, and Hawk is here with us. Well, I haven't talked to Hawk in a while.
Gatorade equals gut rot on a professional level. Well, yeah, it's did you see that one with that friggin' video that I posted up about what's that one souped up they come in little cans Red Bull.
They got a souped up Red Bull now.
No, well, no, no, I was meaning as a souped up drink, to like give you energy. Red Bull, they poured it on a windshield, and the windshield cracked in half. Just
From the Red Bull?
shattered from the Red Bull. Didn't do nothing else to the glass. They just poured Red Bull on it and it shattered the glass.
Well,
It was-
you want to know what I heard? What's crazy? And actually, Christina told me about it, and she actually showed me a couple of TikTok videos on it or whatever. But what was it? Celsius? It was Celsius. People were testing positive for cocaine for drinking Celsius.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Celsius is a degree of
the Celsius drinks, the energy drink Celsius.
Yeah.
People were sitting there and because that's all they drank and would drink one of those, and would drink one every day and would take drug tests and test positive for like cocaine.
Yeah. And that stuff's kind of like the monster drinks, right?
There's some people who would pour the Celsius in the at-home drug test and it would come positive.
Yeah,
Cocaine and Adderall and shit.
yeah. She said they would pour it in an at-home drug test, like the Celsius itself, and it would pop for like Adderall and amphetamines and fucking.
Do you know
cocaine.
that poppy seed buns will do the same thing? If you eat
I
a
do know that.
bun, yeah, they'll come up for opiates. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do know. Yeah.
Yeah, the military used to warn us about those.
Oh, we did. I joined the Navy, man. I went to the MEP Center. There was a whole like swath of people that weren't there. I was like, what happened to Joe I met yesterday? It was like, he popped positive for opiates. I said, not that guy, man. And they were in Michigan, and they went to the MEP Center in Michigan, and they fed them, and they gave them poppy seed buns, and they all came up positive for freaking opiates, man.
Yep.
Well, what's crazy
Yeah.
is even on
Straightest
the
guys I ever met in my life.
even on the can of Celsius, it says even on the can, on the side of it, do not intake more than 2 in a 24-hour period.
You know, I brought up on my podcast this earlier this week this box of donuts here that I'm holding. I'm going to read to you what it says on the back. It says, consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including acrylamide, which are known in the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. For more information, go to www.p65warnings. I don't have to worry about it though, because I don't live in California. I live in Oregon, so it only, I guess it only happens in California. So it's, you know, so,
right.
So I don't have to
Once you cross that state line, you're good. You can drink all that.
So I guess
Drink
I'm
all
all
of
right.
it.
But yeah, man, like fucking the shit that they're putting in the food now and everything, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
But it tastes so good.
Yeah, it's and the meat in the store. You know, I actually we started ordering from a place called Lightning Springs Ranch. They're out of northern Utah. But that's where I'm getting all my beef now. I'm not buying any from the store at all. You know, bought a ribeye steak. Cost ribeye steak, pound and a quarter. Cost $42 and change.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Brought it home, cooked it on the grill, and I had the exact same problem that I had with some chicken that I was cooking. The chicken came from Walmart. It was I think it was the Tyson brand, but the chicken was falling apart as it was cooking. The breast, you know, the chicken breast was falling apart. It was shredding right there on the grill. Not like shredding a guitar, but shredding like shredding cheese. And the longer it cooked, the more it just fell apart.
Huh.
Okay. Now the ribeye that I cooked, I threw some Montreal seasoning on there, fired up the grill, 8 minutes on one side, went to go flip it over. And where you know, you got the really nice tender part, the cap, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And the lower cut, it's a little more firm, you know, but for the most part, it stays pretty moist, and you know, and you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of chewing. But that middle part was just falling apart. No different than what the chicken was.
You know what, man? I shop at Food Line.
Yeah.
I have a Food Line close to me, and so they've always been good. But I got steaks, I got chicken, I got potatoes, and I got onions. And the onions were rotten on the inside. The potatoes were on the verge of being rotten. The steak did the same thing you just said. It just kind of fell apart. I'm like, wait a minute. And the chicken was not as good as it normally is. So it's like, damn, and I'm paying premium prices for this shit, man. You know what I mean? At least it could be good.
You know, they're using vegetables from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 and 3 years ago.
It had to be. I'd cut into a red onion. It looked good. And the very center of it was black. I was like, man, come on, man.
And onions are hard to rot.
Uh-huh. It
You
takes
know,
a while for them to rot.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's you think about all the farmers who've been paid since 2020 to not grow anything.
Mhm. Or
They
grow it
they
and then destroy it. Turn around
yeah,
and destroy it.
yep. And and it's no different than than basically what they were what the hell else were they doing that with basically producing it and then destroying it just to keep people at work, but
I seen it
yeah,
come.
but you like if you buy a bag of of some type of vegetable, I'd be looking at the dates that it was packaged,
Yeah,
not
I don't look at dates and stuff, man. I just don't look. I just grab and go, man, and thinking everything's everything. But man, that onion was old enough to have a driver's license, man. I swear to God, that thing was. I was like, I chopped into it. I was like, "God, man."
Yeah, and it pisses you off. Like trying to pick up the clean side of a turd.
For that
Can't
wet
do
sock
it.
in the basement.
You just can't do it.
I don't even know where that came from, but it sure did sound funny for a second.
for a second.
I don't know neither, but
So how's the woman doing there? She
doing great. She's
Yeah.
doing great. The little ones are doing great. The real little one, she's smart as hell. She's smart. She's getting too smart.
now I gotta ask you, did you get her away from the Bud Light, man? Did you get her away from the Bud Light?
Nah, she's still drinking that shit.
No.
She's turning into a man.
No, she's not. I know that
No.
for a fact. No, can't do that.
Man, I look, last week I went to get some beer and I drank Miller Lite. And there was a 12-pack of Miller Lite and there was all this Bud Light. They were $2 cheaper. $2 on a 12-pack. So I can understand why people are probably starting to buy that shit again. I mean, you save $2, man. That's half-pack cigarettes, man. Or close.
Yeah, it's kind of true. With the economy the way it is, booming, the
$2.
economy in such great shape and just freaking banging right now. Wink.
Man, I swear to God, man, a Big Mac is like $18 now.
No
A
shit,
Big
man.
Mac. And it ain't worth a shit anyway. They weren't worth a shit 20 years ago, man, but I still like them.
I'm telling you right now, the other day, or no, actually, this was a couple months ago, and I normally don't shop in the store anyway, just because it is a little bit more of an expensive store. The only place I go there for is to get my meats or chicken or whatever, because it's cheaper to get it there, than your other groceries. But for I was gonna make shake and bake one night, and like I said, this was a while ago. And I was like, damn it, I forgot to get some shake and bake, So I was like, yeah, screw it. I'll just run into Piggly Wiggly right quick, and just grab a box, and then, be fine, no big deal. I ran in there, I looked at the price of shake and bake, and I said, fuck that. I'm not making shake and bake tonight. I'll cook on the grill or I'll do something else. Because
How much was it?
One box of shake and bake was like $5.36.
Yeah.
It's nothing but crumbs in there anyhow.
$5.36 for one box of shake and bake, and there's only 2 bags in one box. 2 tiny bags in one box.
Man, it's I am not rich, but if there's something I want, I can get it. You know what I mean? As far as like at the grocery store or whatever. But man, what are the poor people doing, man? I mean, what?
I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm buying that. I was like, I'll make
Eating
my own
sparingly.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I'll take a pack of crackers and crack them up and shake and bake that shit, man.
Yep. I'll make my own breadcrumbs and shit. I was like, screw that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
The young poor people, they 16 and up, they there are ways to to find food, soup kitchens, everything else, right? You you're young enough to haul your ass around to do it. It's the older people that I worry about. You know, people that are up in their 70s and 80s that have medical, you know, health issues and things like that. And, you know, by the time they get done paying their rent and paying their bills and everything and paying for their Medicare, okay, they got barely anything left. And the food program only gives them like $14 or $15 a month, you know, maybe $20 a month. And thinking that they're going to be able to live on that,
Yeah.
you know. And it's just like, you know, I worry more about the old people that just can't get around anymore, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you know, not that starving children don't matter. Okay. I'm not saying that, you know, but generally, you know, mom and dad are going to
How
go
dare
to,
you say that, man?
you know, or go to a food bank or something like that, you know, whereas the older people, you know, it's a lot harder, you know. It's and it's like even I noticed that I got a couple of my neighbors, elderly farmers. They used to get those the Meals on Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know,
My mother used to deliver those. Yep.
Yeah, after COVID, not anymore.
No, way before. But anyways.
Yeah, after COVID, that's nope, not anymore. They don't do it anymore. You know, so it's like these old people are like they they really are fending for themselves a lot, you know. So
I bet they drive over their house and give them a shot in the arm now. I bet they do that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vaccine
They do. There are medical cars that pull in there. You know?
Vaccine on wheels.
Right.
Yep. Ridiculous, you know.
Those bastards.
Yep.
No, other than that,
we had I swear we had two guys from work that I worked with that retired, and they started doing Meals on Wheels, and they ended up getting in the newspaper and on the news because one guy was missing a leg and he was the wheels, and the other guy had a brain injury and he was the meals. So between the two of them, they could do the Meals on Wheels thing, and it was kind of a feel good story and everything else. Yeah.
Yep. And it was
But that was way before the coup.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. But when that came, that's when all of a sudden these old people didn't have those people coming out to care for them anymore.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, and it's and we're talking those. You know, they used to because they have to go past my driveway in order to get down to where they are, and
right.
No cars going back there anymore. You know, it used to be that I'd go outside and look for where the dogs are, and generally they would be, they'd be at the gate, you know, watching the people, you know, go to the places that are close by here, and barking, and I'd have to go looking for them, but now not at all. You know, they're right here and pains in my asses all the time now. By the way, speaking of pains in the asses, how's my boy doing?
He is passed out over there in the chair. He's doing great, and he's don't take no shit from Carbon, and neither Carbon don't take no shit from him.
There you go. So they're getting along good then.
Oh, they get along great. It's just Carbon still likes to chew a lot, you know, and chew shit up. So we still have to crate him if we like go out front and lock him, leave him inside so he doesn't tear stuff up or whatever.
Get some of them femur bones.
Yeah. Well, see, we don't have any butchers like that around here in my area.
Oh,
that's the only problem. There's no butchers like that around here in my area.
Yeah. So. Yeah, femur bones, they're frozen. And you give it to them frozen. By the time you get back 8 hours later, it's just then really thawing out. You know. They'll work on that bone for 2-3 days. You know.
They'll tear it up. No, Tammy, I don't have another shepherd. I have a blue nose pit, and he's gray. He's beautiful. He's a pain in the. Oh my gosh, he's got anxiety issues too. Like he always has to crest up on you when he's sleeping, or like if you sit in a chair, he's got to be touching you. Like he always has to be he's got separation anxiety a lot.
A lot of dogs are like that.
Not this bad. Like that's
My
when he
cat does
really
it when I
tears
go
shit
to
up.
sleep. He leans up against my thigh every night when I go to sleep.
You know, the cat will instigate him and still fuck up the cats. That is bad.
Hey, Hawk, I wanted to ask you with that femur bone thing, what is it, the marrow they're trying to get to? Is that the real prize inside it?
Well, that's their prize. Your prize is the
You leave
points
me
of the
alone.
teeth. The points of the teeth are ground down.
Oh,
And it strengthens the jaw and the jaw muscles, and and it's great for their teeth. But the prize for them is getting the marrow out of it. But the fact of the matter is the fact that you got table legs and chair legs and stuff like that are getting freaking chewed up to hell. Look at him. He's beautiful. He's beautiful.
oh man, look at Clint.
Beautiful.
He's a fine hound, he is. He only almost killed me one time.
When he does that, you know what he's doing? He's not trying to get you to stop. He's trying to get you to go right down between his front legs.
Yep, right here. This is where I pet him right here. Yep, right in here.
Yeah.
That's what
Trust me, I've seen the business
Right
end of
here
Flint in the middle of the night.
Right here behind his ears, he likes to. He's a little boy. Oh, you really know. And he likes to talk. He talks so much. He'll always talk back or grunt and groan at you.
Yeah.
Like at nighttime, when we're laying in bed and everything, and he's laying down, and we're just sitting there talking, he'll sit there and look up at you, and then start grunting and groaning and like growling until we be quiet. And he's like,
Because he thinks it might be Yorga in the cooler in the
he's like,
kitchen
you
trying
better
to get
just
a
go to
feed.
sleep. It's time to go to bed. Y'all shut up. Yeah, his name's Flint. Yeah.
I've been burning for the last couple of days. We got like pretty much from the beginning of March to the end of March to get all of your yearly burning done. I mean, there's a couple of days throughout the year that you'll get, the opportunity to do a backyard burn and stuff like that. But it's not as often as it used to be, So I got like another week and a half left to get all the burning done that I need to do here, because I'm trying to clear out an area, because if I'm still going to be here, this summer, I want to make sure I got vegetables growing.
Oh,
So,
Are you talking acres or what?
Well, it's so far I've burned 2.25 acres, and I have to, and you have to back burn. If you don't have a back burn going at the same time, it's gonna spread quick.
Gotcha. Right.
But we're just getting we have this stuff called brush bloom here, and it's extremely annoying to all the Oregonians. I'm not kidding. They grow little pods on them that pop. When the heat comes, as the temperature goes, and they're getting ready to drop their.
Are they long like this and almost like round with a teardrop on the end of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
They pop almost like
they look like little. They look like pea pods, only they're purple.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because
purple.
we have them here in North Carolina.
Yeah, they're annoying as all get out. And
they get to be like this long. And and when they start popping, it's like at a certain time, but you can just start hearing them pop and just dropping seeds all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like listening to the old fireworks you used to get that came on the, that came in the batch where, you lit one end of it and they continuously pop off. They sound like that when they're going off. So I cleared out an entire acre of that, and the other acre was old stuff that I had that has been laying around here for years, and just needed to get done, so I got 2 more acres that I want to get cleared, and probably have that done hopefully by next weekend. Yeah.
So what do you do after that? Do you take like a tiller or something, and then you just till the ground all up? Or I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a study kid.
I'm moving the raised beds that I have up there. because it's the only area of the farm that doesn't flood. So I'm going to move them up on the hill, and then fill them up with dirt and do them in raised beds. But I want to get a couple of plants going as well this year because of the fact that
But I have to
yeah.
put all my stuff in the shed if I do it this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing. I'm going to do 2 Willie Nelsons, and I'm going to do 2 of the Ghost Haze, and I got. I'm probably going to end up getting I got a buddy up in Portland who's got a strain that I grow every couple of years called Monster Berry. And it's a cross between a butterscotch Hawaiian, the Shishka berry, and the Romulan. Great combination.
I've got a Girl Scout cookie that I'm gonna try, and I've got a blueberry I'm gonna try, and then there was something else that I have too that I think I was gonna try.
Yeah, blueberries. Offhand what brand it is? Is it DJ Shorts Blueberry?
I have no idea I can tell you for sure that I know it came from Massachusetts.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can tell you.
Yeah.
Where because I got it from a friend that they got it from Massachusetts.
Yeah. The most solid growing strain of blueberry that I ever produced was DJ Shorts Blueberry. It's totally packed with flavor. Every hit, because it's like a lot of the fruity strains. When you get about halfway into the joint,
it's that great of taste. Yeah.
It's that goes away. Tammy, yes, cannabinoid hypermesis. It's in most cases that comes from people who eat a lot of edibles. And basically what it is when you look at a pot leaf and it's got the little serrated leaf, right? Well, at the end of every single little serrate, every little point on the leaf, if you look really close, there's a little hook there. So when the rain hits the leaf, that's what sucks in the water into the leaf. Okay, so they're like little mouths.
Yeah, drips down and sucks up. Yeah.
So what happens is if they're not taking those little hooks off and breaking them off, when they harvest them, then basically they're taking the leaves and they're using them to make edibles with. Okay. The problem is those hooks get in, and when it boils down to it, what happens is you eat a brownie that may have some of these hooks in it. The hooks get into your intestinal lining, okay, and it basically forms a pocket where every time you eat, more food can go into that pocket, and then that food begins to rot.
It's kind of like diverticulitis or whatever you call it.
A little bit like diverticulitis, but it's called cannabinoid hypermesis.
No.
And it can actually cause a person to become allergic to cannabis.
But it's also not good for your gut either, man. If it's making little pockets up in there and shit.
Yep.
You have to be like a continuous cannabis eater, right?
Yeah. Now people who just smoke it, they don't generally get it. Basically with them, they just build a tolerance to what you're smoking, because a strain can one day stone you the hell out. And then, maybe a week after you've been smoking it, it doesn't have that same effect anymore. Well, it's because you built a tolerance to it, and you can build a tolerance to strains as well as the level of THC content. So it's
okay.
Yep. It can be a little bit much.
Yeah.
That's good information, man.
Yep. It's So you always ask, if somebody's going to give you brownies or cookies, that are made from it, just ask them, what did you use in order to make this,
Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm dumb about all this stuff, and it's all just in the last few years. It's kind of,
well, you
came
smoke
around. And I've tried gummies, I'd say maybe 4 times.
Mhm.
And the third one I liked. I liked it okay, but the other 3, it kind of made me like it was like I don't know, like some sort of chemical buzz or something, man. I didn't like them. And I
Yeah.
finally tried another one, and it was just kind of made me mellow, man. It was cool. I mean, I wasn't really high or anything, wasn't
Yeah.
like that.
I don't do the gummies, but I
don't either.
know a lot of people who do, and they swear by them. When it comes to going to bed and getting a good night's rest. During the daytime they don't swear by them so much. They're great for nighttime, but they don't really. They don't get anything that, or they don't make anything that like gives you an uplifting, makes you want to get out and do something.
But what I've seen is there's so many out there, and the gas station ones and everything else. What kind of shit is that? I'm not buying a gummy from a gas station. So there's so much out there. My point is that I don't know. Somebody like me, you would know. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm getting.
Your best bet's always if there's a cannabis store, go to a cannabis store.
Okay.
And if you don't want stuff with THC, just tell them you're looking for CBD stuff, and they'll point you in the right direction in most cases. There are some shops out there who will just sell you anything in order to make every buck. But when it comes to CBD products, they generally recognize that the person's serious about their health and are trying to make an effective change.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen anything that like gives you energy, that makes you want to go out, get up and go for a walk or anything. I mean,
I would love that.
That certain point of, maybe some pain relief or some, inflammation or something like that. But I don't see too much in regards to the, to the motivational, daytime stuff.
I'm with you, man. A little bit of pain relief and some get up and go, man. I'd be taking this shit.
You know what?
Man. Yeah.
You know what also will get you up and motivated and get you walking and running around the house?
What?
A 3-year-old.
I knew you were going to say that.
A 3-year-old will get you very motivated.
Yeah,
So
but
motivated
unfortunately, you can't just water the the kid every couple of days and know that they're all right.
You should water her tomorrow, Jeremy. Water her. There you go. I'm going back to
that. Is it the 3rd day? Oh, I just get a little water today.
Yeah, water the kid. I'm going back.
Yeah, I'll go water it. Well, see, and that's the thing is she's so smart, and she'll see. Well, what are you going out there for?
Okay.
And I'll be like, because I'm growing, and she'll be like, oh, you need to go water, don't you? Because she'll want to do it. Can I go help you water? No.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you used to do it right there behind you. So you got a kid there now, so you can't. Yep. You got
I can't do that. It's all got to go out in the shed where nobody can see it. But see, I got grow lights now, and
How you doing with odor wise neighborhood over?
Oh, over that way, the other way, yeah, that's fine. We've pretty much because the system is he just keeps on slipping away and slipping away and slipping away and slipping away.
Okay.
And they don't do anything anyway, so it is what it is. But pretty much I was like, look, man, we were like, we don't care what you do, just keep it on your side. Keep my family away from it. Don't involve my family and don't be on my property. Other than that, I don't want no bad blood. I don't want to have to sit out there and, yell back and forth. I'd like to just be cordial and just, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. There's no reason for bad blood and tension all the time and everything. And, just and pretty much that's how it's been for like about a year and a half, about a year. So it's good. It's not loud anymore. There's not people all over the place anymore and shit. It's actually very quiet now. So
They settled down, huh?
yeah,
That's good.
so it is. I mean, like normally now, I don't know how many people would be over there. It'd be booming and bumping and loud and shit. Now you can go outside and can't hear a damn thing.
You sit out there and relax, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
well, you could, but then it is.
Then you got a 3-year-old, and that doesn't really work so much.
No, but
Yeah.
Jeremy played it the right way, man. I mean, they were out of hand, and he showed them that he could get a little bit redneck, but not enough to call the cops and shit. And they finally got their shit together, and there you go. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, as long as they, I don't give, like we said, I don't give a damn what you do. Funny thing is, the other day, fucking Christina seen them, and she's even got it on pretty well. Was watching through the window, I think, or whatever, or went outside to let the dogs out or let little one play. But she was watching, and they were over there in their car, but they're just sitting there bagging their shit up, just la 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 la, right in the open, right inside the car. And she's just like, motherfucker, son of a bitch, got to be in the wrong.
Well, it's
In the wrong
legal
business.
there, right?
Mommy and daddy pay for all your bills. You don't have to do shit. You always get the fucking scot free with the cops or the judge or whatever the hell it is, or probation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, what the hell am I doing wrong? I'm busting
Yeah.
my ass and doing the right thing. And if it was me, I'd be locked up. They'd throw the freaking book. Oh, you got a crystal clear record, Mr. Tremaine. You're going away. We're throwing the book at you. Maybe you'll learn.
Yeah, they'll give you the
This is
chair.
your 47th time being here within a year and a half. We've had to come out here and arrest you. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. You haven't learned.
I can go to court for a parking ticket, and they give me the chair, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Hey, Monty, how you doing, man?
Monty, what's up? Good to see
Monty,
you, brother.
baby. I ain't seen him in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try our garden again this year, but we're gonna extend it out a little bit more. And then we're also gonna somewhere I want to start a flower garden too, because we get a lot of hummingbirds through here. So like we already have 2 hummingbird feeders. We don't have them up yet because they haven't come. I haven't seen any around yet, but they
They
always.
should be soon, though.
We have when we have our feeders up, there'll be like 8 to 12 of them, and they'll just all be fucking attacking each other and flying around all over the fucking place. It's actually really cool to watch them little things just sit there. And if you sit on there just and sit real still and sit there and watch them, you can see their little beaks and their feet, and they'll fly right by you, like almost right in front of your face. Pretty much, you'll hear them whiz by your ear and shit. You'll be like, oh fuck, but you have to be really still, and they'll buzz right by your head. It's crazy.
Yeah, I used to go out and we had the Slurpee cups,
Mm-hmm.
And take one of those and put some sugar water in it and poke a couple of holes, put a couple of straws in there and melt the tips down so that, it's just big enough for the beak to be able to slide in there.
Mhm.
And they used to go up to them things like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, they love that shit. Like we have the instead of buying the sugar syrup in those stores, we had the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Down pat. And my mom's got it written down and printed out or whatever. But we make our own sugar. Hummingbird food. It's way, way cheaper than buying it at the store because you don't have to have it that red color. You really don't.
Monty says, can you OD from taking too much clove oil?
I don't think so. I used to use clove oil and put it in my like on my toothaches.
I don't even know what clove oil is. I've never heard of that.
What? You've never heard of clove oil?
No, I know what a clove is, but never heard of clove oil.
Yeah, they got clove oil.
Tastes like crap, but it's
Oh yeah, it's whoo. You know how cloves taste, right? All right, it's way stronger.
Yeah, I know how to clove. Remember those clove cigarettes? Remember those things?
Oh man, those things are nasty.
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 They're good,
And
man. But
everybody who sat around you smelled like it.
You know
Yeah.
what? And there's one older lady, man, that works, man, where I work, and because there's one smoking section where I work at. So where I work, I have to go. I get on the golf cart and I got to drive all the way down to the smoking section to smoke a cigarette. And sometimes she's there, or sometimes she's not there, but most of the time she's like almost halfway done with her cigarette. So I've got to smell the whole fucking thing. But she smokes those damn cloves.
Yeah.
It's
they're
nasty.
supposedly really bad for you, and you can only take like 2 or 3 hits, man. I can't remember. I haven't smoked one since the 70s. Man.
Yeah. You
That's
remember
I
when
haven't
they,
even seen them. I mean, I wonder if they still sell them or not. I guess they do.
you remember when they used to sell the little 4-packs of your
Well,
favorite brands?
I remember. Check this out, Hawk. You'll dig this. I lived in a neighborhood where all of our parents. Well, there was like 3 major industries around where we worked, but one of them was Philip Morris, and a lot of their parents worked for Philip Morris, man. And we used to get cigarettes. We used to get these little 4-packs of. They were called Commandos. They were supposed to go to the troops over in
Yep.
Vietnam and whatnot. Yeah, we had tons of those 4-packs and stuff. And the kid that lived in the house where his dad was like a big super mucky muck at Philip Morris, we actually saw him one day go down the hill and dig a hole and bury a pillowcase full of stuff. You know, we didn't know what, but he didn't know that we could see him, right? So we immediately went and dug that shit up, and it was a pillowcase full of cigarette packs, man. And I'm like 11 at the time, you know, so cigarettes was, you know, a big deal. You know, there was Bel Airs and multi-filters. Remember those?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
oh, shit, there was another brand.
Virginia Slims.
They were probably in there. I can't remember. It was all sorts of, and there was a bunch of those 4-packs like Hawk is talking about. They would send those to soldiers. You had 4 cigarettes. At least
Lucky
4.
Strikes. Wasn't that one of them? Because I smoked
No,
Lucky Strikes.
Chesterfield.
Strike.
For
Because
the
we had
military, it was Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
we had
Yeah.
Philip Morris and I think it was called Brown and Williamson. It was all the big, you know, whoever made Bel Air and Salem and what we had all that shit. And I didn't even smoke, man, but I was in cigarette heaven.
Yeah.
That's what
Now,
I
I
was
didn't smoke before I went in the military. When I went in the military, they gave me a carton of Cools and a carton of Pall Malls. Okay. And I said to the sergeant, I said, Sergeant, I don't smoke. He says, recruit, you're going to. and he was right.
If
By-
you took
by
a
week
break,
2.
if you took a break when everybody else was smoking a cigarette, they make you do something. So
Yeah.
you might as well
Oh, yeah.
fire one up, man.
Yep. The smoking lantern is lit. And it was, you had 7 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes from the flame lighting to the flame extinguished and everybody heading back in. And if anybody was late, then everybody was pulled out and you went into the pit. You went into the sand pit right there outside of the barracks and
Yeah.
you started digging. And don't you dare kill a fucking sand flea, because if you kill a sand flea, oh, you'll be burying it. You'll have to find that sand flea first. Yeah. That's not the one. You know, and it's funny how the drill instructors knew exactly which one you killed.
It was that one.
I was like, how do you know which one I killed?
I seen it.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad
I
everybody.
actually loved my days down at Paris Island, though. I'll tell you. You know, it was 15 weeks well, actually, I would say it was 13 weeks of hell. But the last 2 weeks were freaking awesome, you know. But everything was a memory that you never forget. You know,
Yeah.
everything you went through, you know. And you know, the cool thing was a bunch of us from boot camp ended up getting stationed together. You know.
That is cool.
Yep. I had
When
to
I got out of boot camp and I didn't know nobody, man. I
yeah,
didn't know anybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
I excelled both in infantry, in the infantry combat training, and in and munitions was my other. So I got to me and a few others that pretty much got about the same scores. We all decided to go artillery. We all went artillery. It's working with munitions. It was like, man, we get to blow things up. You guys might get to shoot your little pew pews, but we get to blow things up. It's yeah, it was. Our guns are bigger.
My son-in-law is a sergeant in the Marines right now doing that, artillery.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all he,
Yeah, he's probably working on what's called the 777s. Say, ask him next time you talk to him. Say, are you working on the 777s? Just think of the slot machine 777s. You know what I mean? Just think like that. Are you working on the 777s? And it's a pretty nice piece of machinery. But I worked the 190, the 185, 190, 195, and 198 howitzers, and it was an incredible time.
my cousin told me
watching the motorization of them. That was the cool part, because that was the time that I was in. Everything when I first went in was tow behind. It got towed behind a 5-ton, and by about halfway in, they came up with the motorized ones, and they're no different than a tank, except for you don't have the full tank body, but you got the howitzer and you're on wheels, you're rolling, and it was a lot easier to set up and break down. So, and a lot easier to clean as well.
Let me ask you this now that you're on this subject. I'm sure that all the women are bored, but I don't care. One of the things that has always fascinated me was the German 88 millimeter, man. What can you tell me about that? Because I know you know what I'm talking about. It was anti-person, anti-tank, anti-aircraft, anti-everything. World War II, 88 millimeter, man. That was a bad bitch, man.
Well, it was the idea that the 88 millimeter could penetrate a 2.5 to 3 foot thick concrete wall.
Anything. It was good for any. And tanks were scared to death of the 88, man. They were.
They carried armor piercing bullets, and it was you think about the troop transports and the tanks of today even. In most cases, these tank crews end up putting more plating, on their tanks. Sure, they're going to go a little bit slower, but and the same thing with the Humvees. They were taking scrap metal, and trying to thicken up the bodies as much as they could, filling the doors with it, basically trying to make them bulletproof and IED proof. So it's like the doing the bottoms of the Humvees was extremely important, because that could be the thing that saves your life. Because you never knew where and when. So go ahead.
And can we legally own one of those, right, Hawk?
A Humvee?
No, one of the 88.
No.
I want one in my yard. I got 2 acres, man.
Thank you, Jorgen. That's what I was giving.
Yeah, they worked on turrets, is what they and in most cases you sat in it. You watch Star Wars, right? Yeah. Okay, so think of those the battle bots that come out that roll out. And they got two big guns on each side, 2 big guns on each side. It's basically like that. And you can go and no different than what Luke Skywalker and Han Solo sat in on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, on the Millennium Falcon thingy.
Yeah. It's basically like that. Only difference is multiple gun, multiple barrel. Yeah.
Could I build one like in the backyard somehow?
I know, man. I know. I want to.
There was a guy that actually, it was just up. I saw it up on X a couple of days ago. Had built a sitting firing device that fired off 6 60 cal and 50 cal machine guns at one time. 28,000 rounds per minute.
And
Good
that's legal,
God.
right? See,
He
that's
built it
the
himself.
American way.
Probably. I don't know if I wouldn't go to it as far as to say that it's probably legal, but I mean, this thing is fully automatic, and 28,000 rounds burned through 20, and they showed for the whole minute. They showed, the ammo completely filled, and at the end of a minute, it was completely empty.
Well, maybe he was hunting deer or something.
It almost seems like the barrel. Doesn't it seem like the barrel would melt away because of all that heat going through that happened on World War II machine guns. That barrel would
it happened
melt.
to Vietnam too. It was they had to cool them down. You have to change out the barrels and the firing mechanism itself was generally the only part that stayed mostly cool. But they had to change the barrels out. Because if they didn't, then the barrel would warp. Then accuracy is
You're shooting around a corner.
Yeah, pretty much. You see, they have friggin' guns now where the friggin' where the end of the barrel friggin' points, and they can stand there and they got a view screen, and when that barrel turns the corner, it's giving you a viewpoint on this little screen, and they're friggin' shooting that way.
Believe it or not, the Germans, my dad told me this, and he was in World War II. He said the Germans were trying to make a machine or a gun that would go around a corner with a curved barrel. And I don't think they ever perfected it or not, but they were working on that shit.
Wait a minute. But I just seen, what's today? Saturday. Actually, it was this morning. I seen Bugs Bunny perfect that shit this morning because he had the damn rifle, the shotgun down in the hole, and he was using pipes. And I seen him move it all the way up to the other bird, and he shot him.
Bugs Bunny.
So it's got to work somehow, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's on TV. It's got to be real.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been thinking like a Democrat lately. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, AR-15s, great weapons. The AK-47, however, is, that's one that you can take in. You can take different parts from different things, and is that a blunderbuss?
I was just
It
getting
is a
ready to say, is that
blunderbuss.
a blunderbuss?
I said, speaking of Bugs Bunny, doesn't that remind you of Elmer Fudd right there? It's got dust all over it and shit.
Yeah, I used to have one of those.
It's a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
That's a blunderbuster. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that the pirates used to put anything down in them things? They would take like forks and fucking damn like just whatever shit that they found rolling on the ground and shove down in there and shove
anything.
Pack rocks, nails, everything.
It's roofing tacks.
They
roofing
would,
tacks.
I mean, the pirates, they would just fucking throw anything down in them damn things. And
it wasn't just the pirates. It was people in forts that were under siege during like the French and Indian War they didn't know they're out of cannonballs. They would throw a length of chain inside the freaking cannon and then and they would just open the door and wait for all the Indians and whatnot to come in, and they would blow that chain out of them. And roofing tacks, they would throw roofing tacks in there. Anything that was a projectile, it didn't matter, man.
Yeah. I've still been
a fire on hot chain coming at your ass at like how many feet per second?
Yeah.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, and if they had a ball at the end of each end of the chain,
even worse.
It's decapitating everything in front of it.
Oh God, yeah. Or splitting you right dead in half.
Well, that's what I mean. It's your yeah. See? Oh, there you go. Oh, your ship is doing well.
Yeah,
I
it
have
is.
been working on it, but I got all of the damn flanking done on that shit all the way across.
Nice.
Nice.
Now I'm doing that part right there on that side, and that part.
Oh, it's looking good, man.
Yeah,
That's looking awesome.
yeah, it's getting there.
My dad would be so proud. I swear.
Yeah, it is getting there, like I said, but
Well, that was his kit, and he had it for, I don't know, 40 years, and I just gave it to you, and here you are putting it together, man. Isn't that some shit?
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, I haven't given up on it. It's just very, very time consuming, except actually bending the wood and everything, and keeping it molded on there and keeping it glued on there and coming back
I
through
know.
and sanding it and sanding and
It's damn near up there like making a guitar, man. You got to bend the wood and shit, man.
yeah. But yeah, it's getting there. But yeah, there's a bunch of holes that I had to patch right
It's
there.
already all come together. It already
Yeah,
has.
but that's why I'm doing
Look
the
how far
fine.
you've come with it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, from just sticks,
Mhm. Yeah, it was all sticks. That's
It was
right.
all sticks.
And all the walls and these little things right here in the center, I had to build every one of these little things. Everything. All this stuff right here, I had to build all these walls, everything. I had to build it
It's
all.
looking beautiful, man. I mean, it really is.
Crazy.
The Golden Hind.
Yep. No, actually, I've been working on this for a while, but like I said, it's just so friggin' time consuming. You
Yep.
know. But
And
like
with
I
the
just
job-
started gluing the little cannons together.
Oh, neat.
To separate, so I don't just get burnt out on this and then just give up. You got to do other little parts that. So like I'm working on the cannons right now while I let some of this stuff dry and just sit and everything like that. So but that's what I've been working on.
Shoot,
Doing
Jeremy's
right.
probably been working on that for about a year.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, about a year. I see a video every once in a while go up of him, maybe 20, 30-minute long, where he's doing a little bit more on it.
Yeah, me too. I've watched all those. Take on it, Hawk. There was something I want to ask you, and now I can't remember what it was. Something in depth. I can't remember. Damn it! Don't you hate that?
Mm.
Yeah, I try to get that work on that whenever I can. But
Indie baby.
also whenever I can, sometimes I just don't want to, do that. I'd rather just sit down and relax. Now it's getting nice outside in springtime, so now I got chores to do outside and everything.
I gotta block this up because they're all going to.
Can't wait. No, you can't play with it in a bathtub. I wish you could, but no. It would be cool though. Got one of those.
Big dogs just woke up the babies.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
They're all gonna start. Look, Flint in the background can hear your voice. Come here, boy. You hear him? Damn, what's that barking?
Dad. They're dogs.
Monty says it's fishing season, baby.
Hell yeah, it's fishing season. Like, I'm getting ready to go fishing in like a week and a half. I'm getting ready to load that kayak up and get fishing poles out and go right down to the lake. Sit right there and fish and catch them and throw them right back.
I want to go saltwater fishing down on the beach, man. I like surf fishing, man. I haven't done that in a while. I freaking love that shit.
Yeah, I haven't. I've never really. Actually, I've never gone surf fishing before.
Oh God, go with me. You'll freaking love it, man.
Never done surf fishing. I've never fished off a pier or
Ooh,
into the
that's
ocean.
good
Actually,
too.
to be honest with you, I've never fished in the ocean before ever. I've fished in the Sound. Now that's different than the ocean.
That's close. That's
Yeah.
close.
I've fished in the
Saltwater
Sound.
fish taste better. I'll just tell you that right now.
Like I've caught a big old puffer in the Sound. I've caught a bunch of pigfish in the Sound. I've gone crabbing in the sound.
Yeah.
I've caught freaking I've been clamming in the sound. You know, so I mean, I've caught shit in the sound, but not like the ocean.
Yeah. The water's salty enough.
Walleye fishing in Minnesota. Man, that's a long ways away from me.
Saltwater fishing's great because you stick up two sand spikes, and you and me and a cooler, a beer or whatever, and you put your poles in the pipe, and you just wait. You throw a piece of meat out there, and you wait for something to bite the damn thing. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. It's not technical. It's not like, freshwater fishing where everything, I need a gold hook for this crappie, or, oh, hell no. Just throw a freaking chunk of meat out there, man, and then sit back and drink a beer and tell some lines, you know?
I like bass fishing and pan fishing. Like I like,
Yeah, I like that too.
I don't like catfishing where you just throw your shit and let it sit at the bottom, and then you're like, oh, look at this big old catfish. Oh man, it's like, man, this shit is boring.
I don't like that either because I don't like catfish unless they're channel cats.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I really don't.
But normally out in the ocean, man, you're going to catch something that's really good to eat.
Well, no, see, I don't. I know how to cook the catfish. I've cooked plenty of catfish.
Yeah, you got to skin them. Do you nail their head to a tree?
You got to pull them with pliers. Like their skin is on there, and then you gotta fillet them. And you gotta cut them down, and then you gotta get a fillet knife, and you gotta cut against the ribs and the bones and everything. And you gotta.
That's good meat in there. That's good meat.
Flip it back over, and then you fillet the back of it like that, and then you got a nice.
Yeah, I love catfish.
Piece of catfish, and then you get you some, blackening seasoning, some flour, a little bit of cornbread meal or whatever. Then you dip that shit in there, then you fry it. The catfish. Fry it.
Yeah. Here Monty says lots of crappie caught today. It's funny because in down south where me and Jeremy are, we call them crappie. But if you go out to like Iowa, they call them crappie. Crappie. Yeah. Like they've got some kind of like elegant thing to crappie. I caught some crappies. Yeah, you caught some crappies. And they are not crappie. They're very good to eat.
Well, crappie, they also school. So, like, if you catch one, you better hurry up and reel up, and throw it right back where you are, because they're going to be in that. Oh, you're going to catch them. You're not just going to catch one. You're going to catch a whole bunch of them right there.
That's where I got the gold hook thing from. Supposedly crappies like gold hooks. I don't know why.
Well, there's also another type of fishing that a lot of places, like there's a couple lakes up here that not in mine. Well, actually, I think it is a rule in mine, but a lot of them, they have grass carp or carp. Okay. And if you catch one of those, you're supposed to throw them back because they help out with like the ecosystem and, with the algae, eating the algae.
Yeah, you don't want to eat them either.
Like that, right? But the way that you have to catch them, and even my grandfather told me this, but back in the day, he used to do it with a bow and arrow. He used to go carp fishing up north. Up north, he used to do it with bow and arrow. He said, but you can also, they like to take corn, like 2 little nubs of corn, and you hook corn on it. And then you take like flour and like Jello, and you make a ball, like a squishy, like material, and you ball it up and you put it on like right at the top of those 2 little pieces of corn, and you throw it and let it sink all the way to the bottom. And that's how you're supposed to catch them. And I never really believed them until actually one day I actually tried it, and I was with some guy, and it was an older gentleman, and he was like, yeah, man, because I was like, what are you fishing for? Because he kept on reeling in and putting 2 pieces of corn on there and taking that ball of mushy shit and putting it on there and throwing it back out. And I was like, what are you fishing for? And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, and he told me that, and it reminded me of my grandfather telling me that. And I was like, wow. I was like, I never, okay, my grandfather told me that when I was a real little kid, but I just put it in the back of my head. Never really thought anything about it.
I had a friend who did that, but he just used plain old dough balls, and I was like, why are you doing that? Because he wouldn't keep the fish. It was all about the fight. It
Mhm.
was all about the fight.
Yeah,
You know?
he said they fight like crazy.
Yeah, they fight like hell, and he would throw the fish back, but the fish wasn't worth a damn to eat anyway. So it's a big goldfish.
Yeah, they're huge, but they fight like crazy. But see, where my grandfather was in upstate New York, he would catch the carp, and when he would catch them with the bow and arrow, but it wouldn't kill him. And then he would take them to the sulfur baths, and he would sell them to like the rabbis and stuff like that.
It's a Jewish thing.
Yeah,
Oh wow, maybe that's what they call Dehuta fish.
but yeah, he would sell them to there. Yep.
Maybe to put them in
It's fun shooting with a bow and arrow.
in the cleansing baths to keep the algae from growing on their inside swimming pools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he would do.
I think that's basically what they were used for. It's a carp is just a nasty fish, and it's definitely not something for human consumption. I wouldn't even give it to the animals, honestly.
Yeah, they're nasty. They're nasty fish. They're weird looking fish too, man.
I do have a recipe.
Now, catfish is a bottom feeder too, but they eat totally different than what the carp do.
Yeah, carp are just eat grass. That's pretty much what they just eat grass and like the decaying like rocks or not rocks, but decaying debris, leaves and trees and bushes and brush and algae. That's all they eat. Like fish crap and everything that sinks on the bottom like that. They're kind of like plecostomuses in a way.
They pick up all the garbage off the bottom.
Yeah, that's all they do. They just eat garbage. It's like, nature's garbage truck.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of different kind of catfish too, man. I mean, we catch catfish around here in the James River, and it's one of them brown rivers, and they're nasty, man. A lot of people catch them just for the fight, like I was saying with the carps and whatnot. They'll catch 40, 50-pound catfish.
Yeah.
But down in Florida, I've been down there before, and the catfish have this green color, and they're beautiful. They're channel cats, I think they call them, and they are great to eat, man. They are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a different. I mean, they look like a catfish, but they ain't got that nasty monster look to the ones around here. And
catfish nuggets, Tammy. That's what we call them up here.
Well, see, the little ones, in where my aunt used to live in the Adirondack Mountains, she had this pond, and we used to swim in the pond. We used to also fish in it too, and they were tiny little catfish. They wouldn't get no bigger than.
Oh, they're called bullheads.
But they called them bullheads up there.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I didn't hear you. Yeah. Little bullheads, but they didn't get that big, but. They swarm together in like big swarms. Like you threw a piece of bread on top and bam, bullheads just all over the damn plate. It was crazy as heck.
Yeah. They like to grow in they especially like the swampy edges of ponds,
Mm-hmm.
where the high marsh and stuff, grows up through.
It was nice. Yeah, my aunt, she had a nice pond and then had a little like river creek in the back, like past the farm or the pond, and like you could catch trout in that thing right there too. It was great. It was a nice little thing. Did a lot of growing up there. She had a lot of land. The only problem was the coyotes and bears.
Yeah, right there, Mama. Yeah, tired.
And now where she lives in the mountains here in North Carolina, my aunt, she has bears, but the only problem, the bears here are smart because during hunting season, they'll go across the street to the state park and they'll hang out there until hunting season over, and then they go back from the state park back over into regular, to where you could be hunted if you wanted to.
Mhm.
So they're pretty smart.
Yeah.
But
So what kind of schedule they got you working now?
oh, okay. Well, I clock in. I can clock in 5 minutes early work. 5:20. I usually clock in at like 11:25, but I get there at 11 o'clock. Okay, and then I work to 7:30. So I adjust my time from 11 o'clock to 7:30 is what I work. If I work the lunch and dinner shifts, now if
Yeah.
I work the breakfast lunch shift, I get there at 5:30 and I'm out at like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, and like that time never changes. It's either
Yeah.
you have this shift or you have that shift. It's either
Right.
one of those two. It's either I work the morning shift or I work the evening shift, and either or, it's not open to the public.
Right.
So already. Just by looking, okay, these
Exactly
people are
how
gonna
many you're
come.
making, and yeah.
These people are going to come. These are going to be come. That's it. That's all you're going to have, And you just know, like, good example, I told everybody, I was like, it's going to be slow tonight. Everybody's like, well, how do you know it's going to be slow? And I'm like, well, I know I'm not supposed to really go by reservation book, but there's only 15 on the books for reservation, 15 heads, 15 plates. I said, B, the reason why I'm not counting on to get anybody to just walk in like they normally do is I was like, tomorrow's Sunday. What's tomorrow? And they were like, it's Sunday. I was like, what's tomorrow? And they were like, huh? And I was like, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. And they were like, oh. And I was like, and there's a St. Patrick's Day buffet that's going on, and they get to bring their whole entire family, and they don't want to waste their meal ticket money and everything. They want to save it for tomorrow when their family comes in and pays for everybody.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh. And I was right. We had our couple of people that came in and like one or two other tables. After that, I was like, we can probably get ready to start breaking down. Don't do it totally, but there ain't gonna be nobody else coming in.
Is today St. Patrick's Day? What day? What day was St. Patrick's Day?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sunday.
17th, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
17th. Yeah. Because my birthday's the 26th.
Damn. I forgot all about St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should have ordered a corned beef.
Corn. Oh yeah, I cooked that. But see, it's not like I had to do before. I only had to do it before, and I only do it once. To where I used to have to work. It was horrible.
Yeah. Now, do you bake them or do you just boil them?
Bake them.
Okay.
Bake them in the oven. So we only did 6. Because that's all we need. It's not. We only always want. And see, I'm off tomorrow anyway because I'm off on Sundays. 9 times out of 10, I'm always off on Sundays. And the great thing about Sundays is even if I did have to work, there's no dinner shift on Sundays. So you just go in and work the breakfast and lunch, and then you go home for the rest of the day.
Nice.
So by 1:45, I'm on my way home.
And the old people starve late at night on Sundays.
No, they actually order twice. They order for there, and then they order dinner and take dinner home. Thank you, Timmy.
While you're watching football, you're like, yeah, let them stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. No, but normally on Sundays I'm off anyway. So. But yeah, we always have stuff that we do. On
But you did talk about your aunt up in the country, and I had an aunt up in the country too. But instead of fishing, she had a bunch of good-looking daughters, man, and they were my cousins. But still, I was,
You were smitten?
I couldn't wait to go up there.
Said I liked hanging out with my cousins. They were cool.
I did too.
Are you
Jill and
saying
Judy.
you Are you saying that you were his kissing cousins?
No, I tried, but they wouldn't let me.
And it's like, look, man, it was just by marriage. That's how
They
they're
were
my cousins.
twins too. Two of them were twins,
Not
Jill
like,
and
you know,
Judy. And I swear to
they
God, I
were-
was
they
like,
were my
Jill or
aunts.
Judy? Which one did I go for? No, they blew me off.
What's up, AP? How is it going?
Happy birthday.
17th. Happy birthday tomorrow, AAP. Happy birthday. Yes.
We weren't even thinking about fishing.
The 20th. Yep. My birthday's the 26th. Yeah. But yeah. Well, happy birthday tomorrow. And actually, it's 12:40 here where I am at on the East
So
Coast.
it's happy birthday today.
Technically, it is your birthday today for you. Happy birthday and happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. What the hell did I just do with my damn chain? I just dropped it somewhere.
So how many days a week they got you going? 5?
How many days do I have? What?
How many days do you get off a week?
I get 2 days off a week.
They,
And like I said, so I'm off. I'm 9 times out of 10. I'm always off on Sunday, and that's the start of our week. We go from Sunday to Saturday. So Sunday is the beginning of the week. Saturday is the last day of the week. So Sunday and Wednesday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I usually have off. You know, I don't have them off every now and then. I get them back to back. You know, those 2 days off. But to be honest with you, I really don't like them back to back. Because then it makes me lazy and not really want to go back to work or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I like to have a day off, work 2 days, have a day off, work 2 or 3 days, have a day off, work 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
You don't get burnt out that way.
exactly. You know, it's nice. You know, and another good thing about not getting burnt out where I work is every month we have a menu change. So every month my station and shit is always different.
Nice.
You know, every month it's something
Getting
new.
new foods to cook and stuff. So
Mhm. Yeah, every month they got something new to cook. So I'm just like, all right, cool. What are we gonna do this month? You know, oh shit. I hate doing that, but okay. Like this month we have this new, well, it's not really new. Hell, I didn't even know Christine know about it. And I told her and she was like, oh yeah, that shit's like kind of bland as fuck. You really don't have any flavor. You gotta, doctor it up to eat it, but it's good for you. It's all right, I guess. And it's called quinoa. You ever heard of it?
Mhm.
Yeah, quinoa. It's like a beanie, like a bean sprout, and almost like a grain with some bean and a little bit of spinach in it. Okay, but it's very, very good for you. But it's bland as hell. It's very, very bland. Yep, quinoa. You know what it is, Tammy. Yep, and it's nasty. I didn't like it. But the residents were bitching and bitching and bitching. We want some quinoa. We want quinoa. We want quinoa. So we
Make
got
it
quinoa.
blander, Jeremy.
So we got quinoa, and now they won't eat it. They're like 1 or 2 people will get the quinoa. They're like, yeah, we don't want it anymore. And we're like, what? We just got it for you because you guys said we wanted it. And now we got it for a whole month and a half. And now you're like, yeah, we're not going to eat it. But I
We
tell
got
you what,
months worth of quinoa later.
I'll tell you what my residents eat the most vegetable out of anything so far this month, and it's just crazy. Is beets. They love beets.
Beets are good.
Everybody loves beets where I work at. Like
Very good.
they see that beets are on there. You're just gonna sell beets.
Pickled beets.
No, the red beets, just regular beets, just out the
Regular.
can, and then you put them in the steamer, and you heat them up in the steamer about like 30, 45 minutes in your pan, and put them on the hot, on your steam well, and bam, serve them like that. And we have the whole beets. Ours aren't sliced or diced or nothing. We got the whole round
The
beet.
whole thing, man, like a potato.
Yep, but little tiny spud thingy. But man, they love the hell out of beets. They eat beets. They like what else do they like this month? They like shrimp and grits this month. They're eating the kielbasa a little bit. let's see here. They eat the Carolina burger. They always eat the salmon and steak, so that's not really nothing. Except for it's a honey lemon sauce salmon. You know, the chicken, the curry. They love the chickpea chicken curry. They do like that. Mhm. Yeah, to make that a lot too. And they like the eggplant parmesan and the fucking chicken
Ooh,
parmesan.
I just bought some eggplant parmesan tonight from an Italian restaurant.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
let's go.
And Jerry Lee, you know what? Have you ever heard of heirloom carrots? Every now and then we put heirloom carrots for like a big event or whatever. And they're carrots, but they're like purple and white, yellow. But they're carrots.
Really?
Carrots are called heirloom carrots. Yep. The motherfuckers.
Never heard of that.
hmm Yes, it is true. Beets are good for the blood, you know. But yeah, that's all they eat is beets. They love that shit.
Tammy says eggplant yuck. Eggplant is the food of the gods,
I
man.
don't,
It's
I don't eat
great.
it. Yeah. I don't eat that stuff.
Hey, Jeremy, have you ever had kimchi?
No, I do not eat cabbage, especially spicy cabbage. And I can't eat a lot of spicy stuff anyway, depending on how spicy it is because of my colitis.
I don't even know what it is, but I've had it before, and they bury it underground. It's a
Yeah,
Korean
it's
thing.
cabbage.
cabbage.
It's cabbage that's
Yeah,
buried
what it is?
underground for like 6 months.
Fermented cabbage.
Yeah, fermented cabbage is buried in the
Good,
ground for like
man.
6
No,
to
it's
8
good
months.
though. If
Sometimes
it's
up
done
to a
right,
year.
it's really good.
And to be honest with you, the way kimchi is the longer and older it's been buried, the more spicier and better it is.
Ooh. I had it one time, and it was really good. It was really, really good.
If
No, I've
you go
never
on
done it. Wedding.
Amazon, if you go on Amazon, this is the premium heirloom seeds packet, and in this is every vegetable you can imagine, but
Wow.
they're all heirloom seeds.
Boom.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a nice waterproof container. It's like it's a plastic ammo box. It's basically like
No,
what it
I know
is.
what those boxes look like, man, because I've actually got like a pretty cool box that's
Yeah,
like that.
These
too.
are all non-GMO. So yeah, good shit to grow, and it's not that expensive. I think I paid like $40 for crap. Let me see how many seeds there. Supposed to
Probably
be
a
in this.
bunch.
I mean, well, what's the variety? Is it like tomatoes and potatoes?
Oh, dude, not just one kind of tomatoes. Okay.
Okay.
Let me pull this up.
Yeah,
here.
there's did you know that there's like a whole bunch of different types of tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
apples. I mean, you know.
So there's red pear tomatoes, 50 seeds. Roma tomatoes, 50 seeds.
Neato.
Alberta peach tomatoes, 25 seeds.
Yeah, beefcakes.
Butter crunch lettuce, Homestead 24 tomatoes, egg yolk tomatoes, black
Neat.
truffle tomatoes,
Ooh,
oak leaf lettuce.
ooh.
Okay, there you go. Because I was wondering about the variety. So it goes in lettuce and other things. What are the other things?
So
Onions.
It's got fruits. It's got strawberries,
Ooh.
melons. So like I just pulled out a package of Heart of Gold melons.
I do
cream
like
sauce
melons.
Tomatoes. Let's see what else is. This is I've used a bunch of these things up. So alfalfa, you grow your own alfalfa, 1,000 seeds.
Hell
What
yeah.
do you do with? Hold on, stop. What do you do with alfalfa? I don't know what to
Feed
do.
your
With
animals.
You feed your horses, your livestock.
Yep. Sugar and peas. You know, honey rock melons, crimson sweet watermelon,
Damn.
Mariglobe tomatoes, Hale's best jumbo melons. And if you do those in electroculture, they are huge. They're watermelon sized friggin' melons. Beefsteak red tomatoes.
Beefsteak. See, I told you.
So Danvers carrots, Danvers carrots, tender sweet orange watermelons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like there's strawberries, regular strawberries to grow in full plants, but there's other hanging strawberries as well. San Marzano tomatoes. I have like 8 different kinds of mustard. Royal Chetney carrots. Honeydew green flesh melons, red romaine lettuce, iceberg lettuce.
Damn.
It's and the thing is this is only like an eighth of what this box had in it.
But that's a real seed. You know, they say they have that thing up in was it the North Pole or something?
Yep.
The seed something or other.
Stowell's evergreen white corn.
Ooh, corn is good.
That's from the 1960s. That is Stowell's. Marketmore cucumbers, poinsettia cucumbers, and I planted a crap load of the pickling cucumbers and stuff like that.
So you planted some of these things and they worked, right?
Oh yeah, it's and I gave a bunch of seeds away too, because there's like 7 or 8 different varieties of onion. You know, it's just about every single vegetable you could want. Asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, everything's in there.
Damn.
Everything. Yeah, they have everything.
That's what it was. The seed bank.
Yeah.
You're talking about the seed bank?
Yeah, it's an entire seed bank. It's Survival Essentials is what it is the company name, and it's look for the premium heirloom seeds.
Yeah. I knew it. Thank you, 420. Very nice. There it is. Northern Light seeds. I don't know if they have those type in there. Bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass.
About cannabis seeds. Well, we start going through those. I'd probably with those I could sell out overnight. Yeah, I have a crap load of Northern Lights. They're 420 Wild Dragon. Yeah,
bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, and
yeah, the alfalfa is so that you can grow it for your own livestock.
we have
I don't know what that was for. Only thing I knew alfalfa was from the guy in the freaking what do they call it?
What do you call what?
The Little Rascals, alfalfa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a guy that
yeah, with the boing.
His girl was it Darla?
Darla.
He loved him some Darla.
Yeah.
He was always singing and serenading to her.
Him and Spanky were always fighting about her.
Yeah.
But I never knew what alfalfa, the actual crop, was for. I didn't know.
But yeah, feeding your livestock.
Yeah.
We have it all over where
you can feed your cows, hay, but it's alfalfa works for 2 different purposes. It's an alternative for the cow than just eating hay. It's a different type of grain, and it also cleanses the land in between hay harvests.
Okay.
So you grow hay, 2 or 3 years on a couple of acres, and then maybe every 4th year you grow some alfalfa, and it helps to reconstitute the soil.
Yeah,
you still get a harvest from it, but because of what it provides, what it gives back to the soil in comparison to what corn does.
And I don't know how accurate I am on this, but I'm from the South, and they said that they used to grow black eyed peas, but nobody ate them. This was before the Civil War. And they would just till them up into the ground to get the nitrogen in the ground and whatnot. And once the Civil War came around, the South got so poor, the people started eating, the slaves and even, you know, the owners ate black eyed peas. And I love black eyed peas. I freaking love them, man. But they said they used them, they would till them back up for the nitrogen or whatever.
Well, yeah, because it's not just the nitrous, but it's it also as they would rot, you know, they're releasing everything into the soil, you know, and it was reconstituting the soil. So
It's
that
like making its own compost.
yeah, exactly.
Its own fertilizer.
Yep.
Its own fertilizer.
Yeah, and there are some places that still do that, you know. If you know, short seasons are, you know, are great, you know. Yeah.
Like around here, like in our farmland, because yeah, we have cattle, but there's also a lot of horse farms around here. So there are a couple
Horses
of
love that
hayfields.
alfalfa too. Yep.
Yeah, there are a couple alfalfa fields around here, and usually they can get about 2 cuts in a year, maybe 3 if the
Yep.
rain's good. If the rain's good, but if the rain's
Yep.
not good, they can get 2 cuts.
Yep. Yep. It's like growing hemp. You can get 2 harvests a year growing hemp, you know, but cannabis, yeah, unless you're doing it indoor, you're getting 1 harvest.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. You ain't getting another one.
You're doing it indoor, however. That's another story.
All right, guys. Well, I've been going for about 2 hours, so I'm going to end it because it's like 1 o'clock here. And
All right, man. It's
gotta
good to see you. That's
it-
I just came up to see you to say hi and everything. I didn't plan on sticking around with you the whole time, but I'm glad we did. You know, it's
No,
great
We're glad you stayed, Hawk. It's
Yeah.
been fun.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
see, it's like, and earlier tonight I texted Dorga, and because I was at work when I texted him, and I was like, "Hey, man," said I think I might do a live tonight, but at first I was just thinking, like I said at the beginning of my live stream tonight, if anybody watches this over from the beginning, a couple from the past couple of nights or whatever, I've been listening and watching a lot of the music videos that I grew up with in the 90s, like that first came out when I was like, 13, 14 years old, 15 years
Now you're
old.
seeing shit that you never saw before.
Yeah, and I was sitting there and I was looking at these videos and I was looking at the dates of when they came out, and I'm like, and then I'm counting up my age and I'm like, is that really fucking 30 years old? Is that song really that old? No way, man. That's it. Or, is that song really that old? There's no way that song is that old, and it's like, wow, I remember doing that, or whatever when I was a kid, when that song came out, or I remember when this song came out and I was watching the videos and I was thinking that that's what I was going to do tonight,
Mhm.
And Yorg was like, what time are you doing it? And I was like, well, after the ACC tournament, because I wanted to watch that. But, and then next thing I know, Yorga popped up. So and then you popped up. So I was like, well, just hang out and talk. Yeah, because I haven't seen any of y'all for a while. So,
Well, the only piece of advice that I'll give you for this trip is, dude, get rid of the Bud Light, man. Get rid of the Bud Light. You can't change her forever. You gotta get rid of the Bud Light.
Right. It's going to change her, man. I didn't get to be my age without knowing a little something about something.
If she pulls a Dylan Mulvaney on you, man, I'll never forgive her, man.
You're going to wake up and she's dressed like a dude.
Oh man, you guys are great. You guys are great. All right, well, I love y'all. God bless. Be sure you
All
like,
right,
share,
share.
subscribe. Make sure you see Hawk's channel. He's out there putting a lot of great information out. Waking us up, waking the other people up. If you are awake, you might be seeing something that you might haven't known or seen before. Or
I gotta ask you, do you play those podcasts at work?
well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on what people I'm working with, because you can kind of tell,
Some people just aren't awake yet.
Yeah, some people, and you got to think a lot of the people that work the night shift and the servers, they're kids. They're 17, 18, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
19 years old, just got out of high school or still in high school. I mean, they're good kids. And I can say one or two things about trying to wake them up. They just laugh or there's one or two of them. I'm like, really, really, and I'll be like, here, check this out, and I'll show them something. But it's kind of, you know, these kids are already a little bit.
Well,
I kind of poke at them a little bit, on certain
They don't
questions.
know, Jeremy. They don't know who George Washington is, and they don't know.
Well, there's one, and see, I work with and I'm not being mean here, but I work with quite a few Mexicans. So I'm actually learning Spanish, and I'm starting to learn a couple
Good.
of words here and there and this, and starting to pick a couple of things up. And some of them are actually, I mean, a lot of them are actually teaching me. They love me there. All the cooks that I work with are, old school lady Mexicans. How to miss, and I'll look at them, and then they'll sit there and tell me in English and then say it in Spanish again
yeah,
and make me say it or whatever. And
that's how you learn.
so, yeah, so
Yep.
it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. But I
Absolutely.
do play some of your stuff. You do start around my lunch right when I'm taking my lunch. So I'm sitting there eating my lunch, and I'll have you and in the break room. All of us are sitting in the break room, but I'll have you sit up there, and I'll be playing it, and you can hear it. If you come up and sit next to me, you can hear it, and sometimes it can echo out. But like I said, their kids are playing freaking games on their phone or whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And, they might hear one or two things, and they're, Jeremy, what are you listening to? And I'm like, yeah, the truth. Or I'll make smart ass comments for them to come over and maybe look. But yeah, it's a hit every now and then. But
Yeah.
I do what I can.
How are the old people where you're working reacting to all this stuff going on? Is it like a topic of conversation or what they're seeing, or is it just like kind of everybody keeps it to themselves kind of thing?
The way that I see it, the older people that I work with there, or that the residents and everything, um, they're they really don't really leave the facility that much if they don't have to. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, some of them have their own houses as cottages. A lot of them, they all live there in their own apartments or condos or whatever. There, they
Yeah.
walk down and eat and walk, and they
But they're
really don't have to.
probably disconnected to the news, though, right?
Well, I mean, and I talked to John about it. He's my boss and my best friend who used to work with me at Dugan's. He's like my boss now, and I talk to him sometimes about it. We're hanging out and chilling, just talking. And he's like, yeah, some of these old people are still set in their old ways or whatever. They're still biding, set in that way or set in this way. You really
Right.
can't change them or whatever. Um, of course, there's a lot of residents there. Like there's an old man that I know he was he's been in some war or whatever because he just yells so loud or whatever, and he's an older man.
He's probably a
And
Marine.
it's we have another man, another gentleman and his wife. He's an ex-CIA agent. um John said that we used to have somebody that passed away a couple months ago who was in Korea and Vietnam, was in both of those wars. I mean, there's a lot of elderly people there, but I really don't talk about some of that stuff at work, and you really don't hear about it a whole lot. You do hear about this is bullshit, gas is this price or whatever, but some of the residents, they don't have to leave if they don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
just,
Everything's right there in their little village.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They have their own little movie theater, their own library, their own, beauty salon, haircut place. They don't have to leave. They don't have to go anywhere if they don't want to.
They got like a little grocery store there too.
No, they don't have a grocery store. We don't have a grocery store there, but they have all three meals there if they want it.
Yeah.
They don't have to go anywhere if they want to.
Yeah, they don't need one.
And if they don't want to leave, to come down to, the village hall to eat, they can call and have their food delivered because we deliver their food too.
Man,
So they don't have to go anywhere if they don't want to.
how much does it cost? I want to turn myself in.
Yeah, I mean, we have a resident who he calls and orders 3 bottles of beer with his dinner, okay? And then
There
after
you go.
dinner, he orders 3 more bottles of beer. And then about an hour later, he'll order 3 more bottles of beer. And it's like, why doesn't he just get them all at once? And it's just the way he is. That's just
It's
what
just
he
the way
does.
he is.
Yeah, it's just the way these people, they do. Some of these
Because
people,
when he only orders 3 in a day, then something's going on.
yeah, or if he
Yeah,
hasn't
then
had,
he might have checked
well,
out.
he used to order a lot more, but since it's because the whole, where it's an assisted living and a retirement village thing, Social Security and everything has like, history and can look at what he orders for dinner and everything and how much he drinks or whatever, and they can come in and be like, yo, he can't do this anymore, or his medication or whatever, the doctors can come in and do that. So they not only they do monitor, what his alcohol intake is, and it's like sometimes he figures it out, and then he'll stop for a little bit until they back off, and then he'll be like, bam, 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 bam,
We're
and
back
it's
into
gone
it
out.
again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, if you wait, the next 3 beers are going to be cold.
well, he did. But that's just how he is, I mean,
Yeah, I know. I like this guy.
and the way that where I work is they get a meal ticket, okay? They get X amount of money every month. Okay, say they get $1,500 every month for food for the whole entire month. They can spend it on food, or they can use it for alcohol too. Okay, now say at the end of the month they've got $25 left over. All right, at the first of the month they lose that $25. That $25 does not roll over to the next month.
Per diem. Yeah, it's per diem.
Booze, baby.
So
instead of a stipend you get to you keep anything that remained, but per diem is accountable, so it's got to be dollar for dollar and all that stuff.
That's absolutely right. So what it is at the beginning of the month there'll be a little bit, they'll come in and they'll eat, okay, and then they'll sit back and then they'll wait the middle of the month. They won't eat nothing really. They'll just sit back and just
I'll just have the fruit salad.
A little here and there. Now at the end of the month is when they start coming out, and they'll just buy shit just to fucking buy shit so they don't lose that money. Like we'll have deliveries of a lady buying 4 steaks and like 2 spaghettis with 3 bottles of wine and fucking like 8 freaking chocolate cake, pieces of chocolate cake and shit, all delivered at her house or whatever, just so she doesn't lose money. And then we also have people come up and be like, what can I get for like 38 cents? And we're like,
fruit salad.
There's nothing you can get for 38 cents. I'm sorry. But they will spend every freaking penny they can just so they don't lose it on the first of the month.
You don't blame them. You can't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Yeah, because they want their per diem to remain the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Money's going back to them, then they'll just decrease the per diem because you don't spend that much.
Yeah.
So if they,
Yeah. But it's just so I know, depending on what time of the month and shit, middle of the month and week, what week it is we're not really going to be busy that week because it's the middle of the month blues. That's what I call it. The middle of the month's blues. And it's like, I just want to wait and save my money because they don't want to, spend it all right then. Because if they do spend all their money, then everything gets billed to their house or their room or whatever it's called, billing them to their room or their house, and then it gets tacked on to their monthly rent. So say they spent over and accidentally spent $250. Okay, instead of the rent being $10,000, it's $10,250.
Right. Fuck.
Yeah, so that's how
$10,000
it
rent.
works.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like a tuition fee to be able to get in there. You have to be able to pay. I think it's like you have to pay anywhere from 250 to like $300,000 just to get your foot in the door, and then it's 10,000 every month.
They charge 10 grand every month, Jeremy? Really? Oh my God, you're in a super high dollar
Let's
place like
put
that.
it like this.
Well,
Let's put
but
it-
they have medical care and stuff there too,
Yeah,
right?
No, I know,
exactly.
I know,
We got-
but
we got,
but-
we do have doctors that come there and medical care, and we have assisted living, and we also have memory loss and dementia section ward too.
no,
for
but I'm
that.
just going to tell you right now that my mom passed away in 2015, and she was in the best place we could put her in. Well, she was there 4 or 5 years before she finally passed away, but we were paying $5 grand a month there, and it was premium. I mean, it was everything. It wasn't like some shithole. But for me to think that it's gone up another $5 grand in what? Well, almost 20 years now, I guess.
Mhm.
2014. We're 9 years from 2015. Holy.
Well,
hell,
they
that's a
sign
lot of
sign
money.
like a contract or whatever. Either they're there for however they want to. If they
Oh,
want to
I
move
know.
out, if they want to move out at like, I think I think there's an initial. If you move in, you have to stay for X amount of years. Like let's just say 3 years. Okay, after 3 years, you can move out if you want with no consequence or whatever or something like that. But say you want to stay there for the rest of your life, you just want to live your life out, right? And when
Right.
you die, you sign contract pretty much saying when you die, all your assets, your funds go to where I work, the village, Pennock Village. It goes to that corporation, and that's how, it's funded or whatever.
All
Through
your
private
assets?
through private donations and everything like that. Yeah. Now here's the thing too. Okay. Yeah, you have to be, have a lot of money to live.
Yeah, but we didn't do that
millions of
all your
dollars to
assets
live there.
thing. We didn't do
Okay.
when she died, man, we were done. Man.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
you had to have a lot of money. Okay, but say we got 2 residents, husband and wife. Okay, and they live in their own cottage, condo, whatever. All right.
Right.
They pay 10,000 a month just for that one cottage, right? All right. One of them gets sick, okay, can't and has to move to assisted living,
Okay.
sick, dead bed, okay. Now you have 10,000 for this one and
10,000 for the other one.
that
Oh,
one.
Jesus.
that you have to pay for rent, okay,
Holy
a month.
shit.
Okay, that's how it works, like that. Okay. However, way back when this place first opened up and was founded by I don't know if this is I don't know what religion it's. I know it's like a Christian based religion pretty much, but I don't know if it's Methodist or Methodist, Catholic or Presbyterian or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But
Jehovah's Witness.
yeah,
Because
but
they tend to talk you into signing over everything.
yeah, but the way that this works, okay, is if you live there and say you run out of money, you have no more money,
Right.
they will not kick you out. You can still stay there for the rest of your life.
All right. That's awesome.
You will not be put out on the street at
That's
all.
awesome. But for the
Never.
price,
So they won't evict you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will never. If you are a resident there, and you ever run out of funds, you will never be evicted from that place.
all right, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. But like I said, you have to have lots of money to be there. Very lots of money.
So it's a hoity-toity elderly place.
Yes, and
Yeah.
except until you start to go to certain areas or departments, wards, that will open you up, and you're just like, damn, this is kind of sad. That's kind of sad that these people are like this, or that's kind of sad. What's really sad sometimes is when you see family member comes in, or the family comes in to see the residents, you know what I'm saying? And some of these residents are fine. They're like maybe 60 years old, 65
Yeah.
years old, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're
So
fine.
that's the way they want to live. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to have to deal
Right.
with anything. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They're just going to live like that. But you see that, like on, let's say tomorrow, good example, St. Patrick's Day, their family will come in, but it's the only time you really see the family is on special events like that.
Yeah, holidays.
Holidays, exactly. St. Patrick's Day or holiday dinners that we have. You never really see the family come in anymore. It's just like, man, that's some kind of fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Inside shit. Yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe the
Man,
parent-
Jeremy, we used to go, my mom would, again, when she was in there 4 or 5 years, but we knew she got breakfast. We knew she got dinner, but I've got a brother and 2 sisters, and we would all rotate for lunch just to make sure she would eat, because they would sit her at a table and there'd be food in front of her and she wouldn't eat. We used to have to like spoon feed her like a baby, just to make sure she had her lunch. We would do that every freaking day.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, but life is, I mean, I'll tell you what, you work at a place that I work at, and you start to look at life a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you do.
You just start to look at life a little bit more differently,
Man, I used to hate going in there, man, but it was my mom. What do you do?
But like I said, I work in the village hall. Well, it's called the village hall, where people don't live where I work. That's where they
Yeah,
go
you can
check
kind of
their
separate
mail,
yourself
and
a
they
little
go
bit.
to eat, and the bar's there.
Yeah.
And they go upstairs to the pool room and play billiards or canasta, or they go get their salon done, or the movie theaters up there, the libraries up there. You know what I'm saying? They go there to hang out and do shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we're getting ready to break ground again on new buildings and other shit that like, I think it's like disc golf fucking courses that they have, and I don't know. I think it's over 36 acres that that I work on.
Great day.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a big ass place. It's really big. But I'm gonna get off of here, guys.
All right,
I
brother.
love y'all. Have a
Good
good
seeing you, man.
one. Good evening, and bye.
See y'all later.